Oh, right, it's working. Okay. Yay! Okay. Wow, I had a bit of trouble with the computer. Ah, computers. Anyway, hello everyone. This is Icy Roads, and I'm streaming again. Seems to be every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I actually get to stream. Battling my body is definitely a crazy time, but I am happy to be streaming, and I am going to be working on art of a video, working on art for a video that I am not sure when I'm gonna post. And basically, it's just me gonna get to draw fancy, cool outfits for my favorite characters of Tiger and Bunny, Barnaby and Kotetsu. Just because I want to draw a new outfit. Just because. But, yeah. And the video is going to be basically me talking about why I think they should be a couple, why they are so into each other. But for now, we're just going to work on this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how long the stream's going to be, but we will see. Oop, I forgot to move my other headphones, so give me a minute. It's all tangledy and all the other cords. Come on. By the way, if you hear that, that's my cat. She likes to go back into the bathroom and meow. I don't know why. Either way, it's adorable. Okie dokie then. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I can do this. Is it working now? Yeah, okay. It was just acting weird. Alright, let's see. What should I use for reference? Kind of like. Oops. I kind of like how low this vest scoops down, so I think that's what I'll start with. Okay. Oops. It's the hair. Yeah, there we go. Another layer. Okay. Now, I already have some plans. For instance, normally I draw Kotetsu in a turtleneck because I think he looks fantastic in a turtleneck. But I kind of want to play on all the clothes that he's worn. No, I'm going to clarify, this is not a redesign. I have no desire to do a redesign. I just like drawing my favorite characters in different outfits. Simple as that. Especially if I think they're going to look fantastic in it. So, yeah. Let's see. Thank you, thank you. But yeah. Really, this is the sketching part. I don't know why I'm trying to be so meticulous. I don't need it to be meticulous just yet. Because I'm trying to get the idea down onto the page. I definitely want to have buttons here. And I kind of am considering making it like the tiger that's on his suit. I don't know. We'll see how that works. It might be too small to add such detail. I'm definitely going to have a tie, because yeah. And I do want a design on his tie, but I don't know what I want yet. So we'll just leave that alone for now. Now for the vest. Because we gotta have his vest. That is just such a staple to Kotetsu's outfit. Okay. It'd be kinda crooked. Okay, I'll just fix it with the outfit. I won't worry about the under sketch. If I want it to be pretty down low, I should do this. Wonder if it will work to keep the fact of his first outfit he had the black. I wonder if I can keep that little design. I'm not too married to it because I don't want it to be, holding me back. Because I do want this to be kind of my own original spin on things. Now I know one thing. His shirt has got to end, like, maybe, yeah, I'll do it right here. I take away. Because his other shirt, his other button up, stopped around there. Just gonna outline for now. Okay. Am I gonna be mean to myself and do a watch? Well, let's see. He usually wears his bracelet here. Just sketching. So even if I did draw the watch, oh good, I don't have to draw the face of the watch. I want to do that. Okay. Let's do this. should I do the triangle? That is double button. I do kind of like a double button vest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the double button look. Ooh, that does look pretty sleek too. Oh, option. Oh, option. Either way, I think I am gonna go for the double button. So let's see. And I'll have it. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Then we can have the double button all the way down. This might not be where how many buttons I add, but I'm just gonna put it in to see how I like it. I'll probably stick to 4 at most. But yeah. Well, we definitely gotta add the hero bracelet, so. There. Don't know what I should do with the sleeve. Should it be like a rolled up sleeve? Maybe I should go back to the way we had it before. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay. Yeah. Now that I have this in, I am going to tweak a little bit so that is not good. But maybe I can do this. This. Gotta add this. Yeah, okay, I'm liking it so far. It's kind of got the spirit. Let's see. I got a whole. If I can click on it, Jesus. I've got a whole, like, board of pictures to figure out the outfits and the face shapes. I gotta say, for Kotetsu's new outfit, I do like the buttons. I'm not a big fan of the zipper vest or the color of his pants. I much, much prefer the black of his other outfit. Which, did I forget that? Or, no, I didn't. I haven't fixed it. I do know that this does have green in the black, but it's mostly a black. which I'm not even started deciding color palettes. Let's see. I could take the sleeves here, because I do like the sleeves. I think they are pretty cool. I'm just not a big fan of the suspenders, or the fact it makes his waist look bigger than it actually is. Because I feel like his waist would be more. Okay, this is a little dramatic, but it is kind of close to this. Well, technically, this is the hips, but yeah. I feel like they bulk him out a little too much. I really like the way they draw him here, because it adds so much more definition. Because if you come to Barnaby's, I know his legs are still pretty small, but it does show that Barnaby has a bit thicker leg than Kotetsu. And then in this drawing, they both look like they have the same thickness of legs. Which, that's not a problem. It's just, I kind of liked the different body shapes. I thought that was their strong point, the fact they had such different body shapes. And you can kind of see the different body shapes in this picture right here. So, yeah. I kind of like that they went back to that, showing that Kotetsu had smaller legs and Barnaby had bigger legs. I felt like that was pretty smart. So, yeah. But I'm pretty I'm not gonna lie. I did not like Kotetsu's outfit in the second movie. But it doesn't mean I don't like parts of it. Because I gotta say, I actually prefer a more neon green than the darker green. Not that the darker green's bad, but I do like the neon green. I'm sad that the shirt isn't green, or at least had green pops, like maybe have green here and green in the button. I feel like the shirt would have been a lot better if it had more green, because it would have matched him more. And the pants, there's not really anything wrong with them. If they had just drawn them more form-fitting, I feel like it would have matched more. And for them to not cut its hair so short. The suspenders, I'm not a big fan, but it might be because of the fact I'm not a big fan of bronze and browns and stuff, color-wise. Barbie's outfit, I really have no issue with Barnaby's outfit because I feel like it matched him. I would have preferred more red on him, but that's like a personal preference. But I don't think this is out of character for Barnaby. I feel like this outfit matches him. I mean, if you look at it beside his other outfits, it is very much matching. But yeah, I think they did a great job with Barnaby's outfit every time. I actually have nothing negative to really say about Barnaby's outfits. I feel like with Kotetsu's outfit, they hit gold on first try, or maybe it wasn't the first try, but they did really well on his first outfit. That when they came in with a second movie outfit trying to spice it up, it was going to fall flat because they already had really good, and then in the second movie, I think we're trying to make him look, I don't know, I guess older and more mature. But Kotetsu already looks mature. He already looks older. You can tell he's older than Barnaby. So, I don't know. That's why I think season 2's outfit is definitely a lot better than the second movie. But I feel like they could have done a little bit more, and that's just a personal opinion. Like, if they were gonna have this sleeve rolled up, they should have done the other sleeve too. Maybe that's just me and not liking asymmetrical in that way. Which is weird, because I do like asymmetrical socks. Like, one sock being shorter than the other. I don't know why. But, I think they did really well with the color. I'm happier that in the animation, this was more black. That was nice. And I gotta say, I do like the shoes. But I wish they had added this too. Like, in his first shoe. See, that would look so good. Oh, that looks so good. But, yeah. Honestly, I feel like, it's their show. If this is what they wanted, then I say more power to them. Let them go for it. I just feel like the reason it was so hard to accept the other outfits is because Katetsu's outfit right here was a banger. Really, really good. And even though, don't get me wrong, Barnaby's outfit here is not bad, it's pretty good. It matches his personality, even his suits. But I feel like they just added on to that aspect in the second movie. They really did it good. And so I don't really have a problem with Barnaby's outfit. I think they did really good with Barnaby's outfit. Second movie and the second season. And weirdly enough, in a lot of art, they make Barnaby the same height as Katetsu. But it's not right. Katetsu's like 5'11", 5'10", and Barnaby's like 6 foot. Actually, I think he's 6 foot, 6'1". Or no, Fire Emblem is 6'1", and Barnaby is 6 foot. Either way, Barnaby is slightly taller than Katetsu. In fact, you can see it a little bit better here. But for some reason, the second season art, they make them the same height. I don't understand why. Maybe that's just me being a little nitpicky. Because I can get like that. I can get nitpicky. But yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that this outfit is stylish. I just feel like if it was Katetsu's, it needs a little more color. Maybe add green here, a dark green. But I don't know, that might not look good with the white. Maybe they tried that and just it wouldn't work. That's also another thing. I don't know what they tried. I don't know what they did. So even though these are like personal preferences, I don't know what they did. So I don't want to be called an expert on this. So if they tried some stuff and they felt like it didn't work, I want to trust their judgment because they're the ones that were doing it, not me. So, and it's hard because if you think about it in a show like this, it's hard to please everyone. So, definitely don't want to be the one to say, oh, I know better, because I don't. I'm just somebody that's a fan that likes the characters. Let's see. I kind of do like from Katetsu's second movie out the stripe, though obviously it's not a tie you tie, because if that was the case, it being like this, nope. When you tie a tie, the stripe will go over like this. In fact, I do recall I have a picture. I don't know where it is, and I don't want to go looking for it. And it does show that Kotetsu's tie in the second movie is actually a clip-on tie, which is so peculiar. Why? I mean, he had a normal tie in the first season, and then in the second movie, he's like, you know what? I'm tired of tying all these ties. I'm just gonna get a clip-on. Well, I guess that could have been what was going on. Maybe he was like, ugh, I can't tie another tie again. I'm getting a clip on. I don't know. Maybe that's what Kotetsu was like. Nah, he probably was very much just going to a thrift store and went, yeah, good enough. He's like, this is pretty cheap. This works. Like, I'm cool with this. Oh, I like drawing the pants without the shirt because that way I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. If I already know what it looks like, I don't do this. It's too much work to be doing all this. But yeah. I don't want to go into too much detail because I will be doing all that soon enough. So let's just get the sketch down so I can see if I like it. See. I feel like for some reason this leg is wrong, but I cannot quite place it. See, it needs to be see. I do not want to start the whole body anatomy over. I might have to. Oh no, that looks better. I don't know if it's me fooling myself or if it does look better. Either way. I mean, I do think it looks better. Okay. And maybe this is the problem. See. If I do this. Wear pants. Well, no, that's not true. It's drawing feet. Feet is the vein of my existence. Let's see. Okay, so technically that line, good. Maybe it's because his butt. Maybe his butt is wrong. Maybe it should be more like this. Oh yeah, that does look better. Maybe I'm not happy with how this part is. Maybe it needs to go in more. Yeah, I do like it that it's in further. Maybe the knees are too high. Mm, that looks too low. So, nope, we're not doing that. Okay, let's try that. Might as well just erase this whole thing. Because I don't zoom in. Yeah, this is starting to look a lot better. Yeah, I think that's really much better. Just took a little tweaking, and it looks better now. Okay. Since I'm definitely gonna have this just be like this, I'm gonna just go ahead and draw the belt. Because I don't see the purpose of worrying about it. I'm not gonna make the... what's it called? Button on the pants look interesting, so I'm just gonna go straight to the belt. Which I am gonna roughen this belt like nobody's business. I have no desire to do any cleanup for it just yet. So I think I'm gonna have the belt like this. Have a bit of poking out. Clean it up more later. And I think I'm gonna do this to show the belt. Because I actually like that detail a lot on Barnaby's outfit in the second movie. And I will be putting eyelets? Is that what those are called? But yeah. And I am pretty happy with that. So that's what I'm gonna do for the pants. And since it's gonna be covered by the vest, yeah, it's gonna be completely covered. I think that is pretty much decided. Okay. This. We'll worry about the hands later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the idea. Let's see. Let's put this here. Of in the second movie, the sleeves being like this. I think that was one of their most genius moments, and I personally loved it a lot. Yeah. In fact, I like that they did this. In fact, I think I'm gonna go and add more to it. This. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So I'm definitely gonna have this be this. Go. And honestly, I think one of the coolest things they did in the second movie for Kotetsu's costume design was they added another bracelet. Because you can just totally know that Kaede gave him a bracelet. And that is so cute. I love that. Maybe it was a Father's Day gift. That would be so cool. I am liking this so far. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. I kinda do want to add that. I'm not gonna lie. But I think I'm gonna refrain because that's an unnecessary detail that looks cool, but what would be the use? I mean, I think that is like it's a pocket watch in the pocket and it's hooked. I forget how that all works. But still, I don't. Kotetsu has a watch. Why would he need a pocket watch? That's a little redundant. I don't think he has enough watches. A lot of pretty outfits. Ooh, she looks good. So does he. Really slick. This is beautiful right here. I think what I'm going to do, click back to this, is this looks really all good and cohesive. In fact, I kind of think I might make all this same color. And maybe I can add like design here to make it interesting. Hello. I have a Hachi kitty coming and stepping on me. He's like, oh, Daddy, you were doing something? I don't think so. Pay attention to me, Father. Okay, let's see. Kind of really like how this is turning out. Oh, okay, thank you. Is that your contribution to the art? Okay. Well, then show me. What do you want? Oh my. Are you saying that Kotetsu's bracelet needs to be all smoky? Okay, that last line was me, but the rest was Hachi. Oh, Hachi's doing it again. He's like, yep, that's what I want. I want right there to add some smoke. He is very, very proud of himself. That is the worst cat I've ever drawn. Let's see. He decided he was going to leave, so he is left. He's like, I've done my job. I have destroyed. Now I must go. Destroy somewhere else. Yeah. Okay, this is just a personal touch on my end because I love, what are they called? Pocket squares? I just love those. So that's just a personal preference of mine. I feel like that's pretty obvious because it's on my characters. But yeah, maybe I could put some sort of tiger design on them. Might be too small, but we'll see. This is really looking good. I'm liking it. Okay, let's do the shoes. I'm gonna. No, I'm on a bit of a high from how the shirt looks. So let's do something good. Let's do something hard because I feel like I can tackle it. Alright. Now, I am not the best at shoes, but I'm going to try and get a good shape for the shoe. Let's say that this is the tongue of the dress shoe. Goes like that needs to be more like right here. I don't know. We're just sketching it in, Christopher. Just chill. I do not like it. Plus, one of my favorite things about, let's see, the second season Shu is I really love that heel. I love it. I want to get that kind of sharpness in mine, too. I think they did a really good job on that. So I really want that. Maybe I should start with that. Let's see. So the foot is here. But I want for it to have kind of a sharpness. So the heel can be like this. It's very pointy and rounded at the top. Pointy bottom. Very much this. Be extended a bit further and have it rounded, sort of. Okay, maybe I need to practice the design a little bit. So it's very much. So his shoes, from the looks of it, the tongue of the shoe is not very noticeable. So it's like this. This. Okay. So it's very much like this. This. I don't have that straightness. Try that again. See. So it's very much like that. Very much. I rounded it too much. It doesn't need to be. Okay. So then that means I need to kind of zigzag. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think that. Ooh, I think I'm doing it. Okay, let's try it. Let's out in a place. Okay, let's bring these examples over here. All right. To pull these down. Okay. definitely want to be more pointed like this one, so I don't want to round it as much as I did this one, so it should probably be much more harsh of a point before it goes up. Kind of want to see the heel of the shoe again. So very much goes that. There we go. Should be sort of like that. So I'm going to keep it separate. I will keep it underneath to help me visualize it. But yeah. Okay, so the heel didn't kinda was like this, so it should be this. And it's a very flat heel. It's not rounded. Wonder if I made this rounded part too big. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, but it doesn't have need to be. Something like this. Hmm. That is a lot better. This. That's good enough for a sketch. Perfect. Might need to make the shoe a little bigger to fit the foot. See. Here we go. Maybe I should also lower it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not ready to tackle that foot. That one ain't happening anytime soon. I'll probably save that foot for last. Should I make his pants fancy? That is the question. Nah, I'm not gonna do that because Barnaby usually has the fancy pants. Fancy pants. I meant it less like, oh, aren't you fancy pants? And more like he's stylish. But yeah. And Kotetsu usually has like very sleek dress pants. I think I'm gonna do. Okay. For some reason this foot looks like it's back instead of just standing here. I don't know how to fix that. And I don't like that. Okay. Alright, I say that the outfit itself is done. And it just needs some detailing and tweaking. I think I'm gonna go for on his watch. I think I'm gonna have it where it is like his older watch, where it had this. And maybe that was more the manga and less the TV show. I think they simplified it for the TV show. But it was kind of like this. So I definitely want to do that. But I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. I'm not ready to tackle that. Plus, I want to draw Barnaby. See, I think I have erased everything. Doesn't look like anything's moving around. It's going to be the under sketch anyway. So let's see. It's kind of turning out like this. Yeah. I think I want to do a trick where Barnaby can be seen separate, but also where he's fine on his own. I think in comparison to Kotetsu, he's very big. I always draw big. I always have to shrink down. Rare when I have to shrink up. Well, not shrink. Enlarge. No. Make bigger. But this is just a sketch, so no biggie. I think I kind of want to do this, where his foot's like this. Maybe even have this hand in his pocket. And then I'll have his hand doing this. But if I do the sketch right, it'll just look like he's got his hand on Kotetsu's back. I think I'm going to erase this arm for now and get the sizing right. It's not like too much taller than Kotetsu, but he is a bit. Okay. If that is still too tall, oh well. I am just eyeing this, so. Okay. Let's do this. This. I'm gonna shrink this head. That was not what I was meant to do. Was going to do. Just realized I could do that. Oh, I pressed select all. No. Okay. What I was trying to do. Hold up hair in my eye. Okay. Is Well, yeah, I should save. Because I don't want to lose any progress. But I'm looking for free transform. Okay. Okay. Now, let's do this. Yeah, that works. And in the pocket. It's too thick of a chin for that for Barnaby. He has more of a smaller chin in comparison. Okay. I'm gonna have his chest facing. Okay. Maybe this is too high. Maybe it should be like right here. So his leg would be like this. Nah, that is too difficult, and I don't even know where to begin to look up a reference on this. We're gonna have to just do something different. Alright, let's pop this back in. It looks like he has just one huge leg, and that does not work. Okay, that's not looking good. Okay, this is the upper torso. This is belly. what to do with this posing. I like the hand in the pocket. That's gonna stay. I like that this can be with or without. So let's scoot him over here. I think he's a little too big. Okay, that should be the right sizing. I think I'm going to broaden him out some more because Burnaby is not this narrow. So let's try to do that. And kind of bulk him up. Looks like I just put a bag over him. Gunny sack. His arms sticking out. Okay, so this torso is definitely way better, so make sure to have it completely bulked out. Try to, so I can have an easier time of seeing how much I bulked it out. Yeah, now that's not gonna work either. Okay, maybe I should look at some of the poses. Some of these are static posing. Some of these are very much. Maybe what I should do is this, hard to tell. Maybe I need to do this kind of posing. So it's like. Okay. Maybe I need to loosen this posing up. In fact, I'm just going to start completely. I'm going to draw him and then worry about getting him the right size. Yeah, no, that doesn't work either. Basically, just trial and error until you figure it out. There's nothing. I mean, some people do start with the body first and then add the head. That's what I need to do in this situation. But then the posing's way too close to Katetsu's. Yeah, no, that does not work. I think what I'm gonna do, copy this, move it over, and use this as a building base. Oh, right. It, gotta play it. So. Yeah, maybe a flowing type of pose. After all, Barbie is graceful. But be more like yeah. But I don't want it to be too close to Katana pose, so think what I'm gonna do. First off, stupid flipped. Great. I think I also want his chest to be more not forward, but straight. That. So basically, he this kind of shape. think that changed the pose enough. Let's see. Let's, there we go. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now let's make him taller. Nice. Okay, we got it. It just took a couple tries. All right. Now let's get to the main event. Adding definition. Okay, I'm gonna remind myself of Barnaby's face shape. Very much sharp, less rounded, but yet at the same time more delicate. Which is interesting because Katetsu's face is very rounded and very masculine, and then his is very sharp yet more delicate. So that's I kind of like this shape more. Looks much better. Oh, okay, so it's just that picture. They don't tend to make him actually. So it's just this picture. Alright. Yeah, okay. So let's just do a whole. Now, I do want to preface the. Is that the word I'm looking for? Or is it disclaimer? I don't know. I am trying to draw them in my style. So I don't want it to be like perfect one for one animation style. I want it to just have their features, but be in my style. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Um, to his shoulders. I think this is a little more in that way. I definitely I totally screwed that up. I need to fix it. I can't ever decide how I'm drawing text. It's just whatever I feel the day I'm drawing them, so. Yeah. I think that sucks, to be honest. But oh well, this isn't me finalizing. This is just me sketching. Yeah, no, that looks horrific. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Ah, yikes. That really looks bad. Oh no. We'll leave it for now. Because we're getting to my favorite part. And that is. Drawing the face. Come on, come on. Now, Barnaby has a couple different eye shapes. They've kind of switched them around. Because in the first season, it was very much just basically kind of a very pointed, square, boxy shape. And in the second movie, it still kind of had the boxy shape, but it also had kind of a sort of weird, like, diamond shape at the bottom. And then they had the eyelashes here. And it seems that. Where is it? I thought I had a bigger picture of season 2, but I don't see. But he still has kind of that diamond shape from the second movie, but it's more rounded at the bottom. So I don't know what to go with for his eyes. Did I go for season 1 shape eyes? See, let's look at Katetsu's face. So that eye shape is very much more reminiscent. Excuse me. Of season 2. Okay. Wrong one. This. Then I think for Barnaby, I'm gonna go for season 2 eye shape. So let's see, what did I say? It was kinda like this. Alright, so with that in mind, it's more. I think they did have a little bit of a. Too big. Gotta add those eyelashes. After all, they did mention in season 1 at the end his beautiful eyelashes. So we have to add that. Hee. Now that does not look. I think I'm gonna move a little bit more this direction. I think the nose here, so the other eye goes here. Okay. That is not perfect by any means, but I'm always the type of person that draws, sketches, fixes, draws, sketches, fixes. Because I've got to have the whole face down before I'm fully certain of what I want. I don't need that anymore, so let's... I think it would also help if it was a little bit like this. I don't know. But let's look at Barnaby's face again. Since I chose these two. Is there any that can side? So they kind of give Barnaby like a nose like this. Yeah, they even do it in the second movie. Okay. So, just need to try to get rid of that bump. His nose kind of goes up. Okay. Without the eyebrows, this looks kind of creepy weird. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, that looks slightly better with eyebrows. But that's still not fully the expression I'm going for. Yeah, that mouse is wonky. That mouth is wonky. I don't know why I said mouse. Did not like the nose. I feel like it should be a little bit low. We'll just do this for now. Okay. Look at Barnaby's other features. Okay, so Barnaby's eyebrows are very much like this. I think I'm going to start with the curvature. I guess that's why they kind of point his eyebrows downwards. So it looks more like he's smiling, less like he's worried. But then he looks angry. Okay, let's see. It does look a little bit better, but again, it does not capture the look I want. It was so easy to do tattoos. I feel like I've drawn the nose too big. Yeah, that is much better. Maybe that will help with the mouth. hair. It's a little. Alright, I'm gonna start with the eye that's given me the most trouble first. So I'm gonna just draw it. This. And then I'm gonna swoop it. It's a little bit of a cat eye look, but that's not intentional. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because it's great. Yeah, no, I don't like that. We're gonna start completely over instead of trying to fiddle with it and fix it. focusing so hard, I forgot to talk. Okay. I don't want to point it. I want to make it look a better rounded. I'll come back to that later. I always have the hardest time when it comes to doing eyes. It's always so hard. Thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot tell if I hear an airplane going over or if it's raining. But if it's raining, me being where I am, the power might go out. So if it does, you'll know why. Otherwise, I'm still going to keep on streaming. Eyes. Eyes. I'm good at drawing one eye, but trying to get the other to match. And I know that it's not supposed to be like exactly symmetrical because he's in a, what they call it, a 3/4 view. So I know that it's supposed to be not perfect. But I also don't want it to be looking wonky either. Maybe the undersketch is affecting me. I also feel like this needs to be slanted. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. Right, so, I'll have to add his face. Hmm. Eyes are too. Just a tiny bit too low. More than just too low, they were also crooked. Hello. Hachi has come back. Are you gonna draw? No. Okay. Ah, shoot. Hachi. Well, lay down. Alright, I'll let you draw. Are you trying to make a star? Is that what you're doing? You trying to make a star? Oh, you're gonna sit down on my tablet. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, you doing, sugar? Little man. Oh, have you decided to steal the show? Oh, thank you, buddy. That is very appreciative. Giving me sugar. I need the tablet. I need the tablet. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can draw with him in my lap. Alright. Let's get rid of the stuff he drew. Hey there, buddy. Hi. Yeah. This sweet little man. This is hard to draw. I've got my tablet not right in front of me. It's to the side on my knee. And, yeah, this is gonna probably turn out very interesting. Are you about to drool? Oh. Hi. Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to be more careful with my lines with him being in my lap because I know I don't have much control. But what Hachi wants, Hachi gets. What are you doing? He's leaning his head all the way back. Oh, hello. Hello? Want to give me sugar? Oh. Kim did a little yawn. Yes, he did. Oh, yeah. Getting comfortable? Yeah. You comfortable now, buddy? Somehow that curve, I guess it's because it's kind of pointed downward. That curve made him look like he was an evil, but no, we're not going for that. Though Barnaby could, if he wanted to, he could be an evil genius. He is super smart. I don't remember where I read it, but I think they said his IQ was like 175. I, I don't really remember. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, that eyebrow just looks funky. It's also an added bonus of hardness because I've got a cat in my lap. Like, well, get over it. I'm staying. I'm getting closer to what I want. Why, right? I'm having a tough time with the face. I think it's also because I have the nose and the mouth so pushed that way. No, I think it's right. Maybe I'm connected. That doesn't work there. So then just get rid of this line altogether, because that is what is the flow. And maybe it feels like everybody has this hesitation. So cute. Take a picture, but I don't do that picture. So cute. Just listen up to my lips, baby. He's like, yes, it's me, guys. But I am. I wish I was not such a perfectionist. Oh, makes him look like a clown. Oh boy. It's official. I'll probably spend an hour on this face. Maybe two. And I'm not anywhere closer to getting it done. And I think that's where I need to stop for Barnaby. And let's go back to Kotetsu. Let's see. I've decided his outfit, so I think I should just fix the sketch. Yeah, I think that's just what I'll do. This is his clothes, so I think what I'll do is this, and then get a new layer. Okay. It's either too straight or too rounded. Can't get in between. There we go. That. Yeah, I think I made the tie a little too thick. I need to. I mean, I want it to be thick, but not too thick. definitely had a reason to make sure that was all perfect and straight because I want to do two-pointed. Let's see. Okay. I just realized I am so focused, I'm not even talking. Whoops. Good thing that this is all going to be sped up when I do the video. I might have to speed it up double time, triple time, maybe even quadruple time. That's too rounded. Because my tablet's a little crooked. Ooh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. I thought I was, but I am completely wrong. It did not go as planned, so I'm gonna switch gears and do this. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. That's cool. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Sometimes you just need something to help you picture the way it's gonna look. Again, I am not talking. I just get so focused. I can't think about words. See, I'm having a tough time talking. Well, I know. For those that have watched Tiger and Bunny, who is your favorite character and what brought you to the show? Mine is actually a weird one. I, so long ago, got, I don't know if people even know this name anymore, or if it's popular or whatever. I kind of just left it. But, Neon Alley is, I think that's what the streaming service was called. And I got it for actually to watch Inuyasha and the final act because still am, but with, back then I hadn't seen Tiger and Bunny, so I thought it was the only fandom I'd ever be the hugest fan of. But that's when I found Tiger and Bunny, and I was like, okay, it's interesting. I like it, and I watched the two first episodes and dropped it. Because honestly, I just could not handle the streaming service buffering. I I can be patient if it's not like right in my face, but I'm very much also can be very impatient if it's like right there. So when it would buffer, it would also cut out certain things. So it would be like Inuyasha should be saying something about the Tetsaiga, and then it cut out, and it's like, "Oh, Kagome, come here!" It's like, are you serious? We skipped a scene. It's like so frustrating. And I didn't realize it back then, but it was a very sensory issue problem for me. I did not enjoy it. It kind of, I think it just pissed me off. And, you know, no shade to that streaming service. You know, it might be a very good streaming service now, but you just don't want to keep things in your life that just make you mad. So I was like, no, I'm going to buy the DVD. So we cut off the streaming service, and I bought the DVDs of Inuyasha the Final Act, and I forgot about Tiger and Bunny for a little while. And then I don't know what made me think of it, but I thought of the series, and I went and figured out a way to watch it. And I watched it all the way to, it was like either episode 23 or 24. I was 2 episodes away from the ending, and I could not get the last 2 final episodes. So I dropped it for a couple more years. And then I finally was able to sit down and watch it all the way through. I was like 18, 19. And Inuyasha the Final Act came out when I was like 15. And I tried to watch Tiger and Bunny somewhere when I was like 16. And that's when I realized I had 2 missing episodes. And that sucked. So I didn't know what happened. I was like, what? What's gonna happen? And then I forgot, because life gets in the way. And so years later, when I was like, yeah, I think I was like 18, 19, I finally was able to sit down and watch the show as is, so all the way through. And then after that, I was hooked. I was completely hooked. And I just, ever since then, never went back. I just completely was absorbed. And Kotetsu was my favorite character. And I just loved his personality so much. And he does remind me of Kagome from Inuyasha. So he has that kind of feel of character quirks. Of course, I'm talking about how Kagome can be very spunky and a bit of a smartass. Kotetsu can be too. But yet they can be both very nurturing and kind and be good at giving advice. Kotetsu's very fatherly, Kagome's very motherly. It's very much they have those core aspects. Granted, Kagome's not goofy like Kotetsu, but still, it's very much the way he is always there, even when people don't notice. Very patient, knows how to read people. Like, he read Barnaby and was able to become friends with him and work with him because of his ability to read people. And it's just truly amazing. And Kagome was the same way. She had to work with Inuyasha. At first, they hated each other. But she read him, figured him out, gave him compassion when no one else would. And Inuyasha needed it, but nobody realized it or cared. And then for Barnaby, it was a lot of people didn't know his past, and he was very isolated. So he really had a lot of shit he was going through. And eh, Kagome and Kotetsu both saw in their prospective partners, the people they have to work with, Rinash and Kagome to get the Shikon Jewel Shard, and for Maruka, Barnaby and Kotetsu is being heroes and saving people. So it's very much they were able to figure out how to work with their partner. And no matter what, Barnaby and Inuyasha are difficult. There's no doubt about it. Barnaby mellowed out quite a bit, and he's not difficult anymore. But in the beginning, oh boy, he is. The first time you watch through, you hate him. It's like, you're an asshole. You're a jerk. No. And then you watch it the second time, and you start paying attention, and you're like, Jesus, this guy's tortured. And you start realizing the whole reason he pushes people away and runs them away is because he doesn't want to get hurt, and he doesn't want to make connection. So he purposely pisses people off so they'll leave him alone. And so it's baffling to him why Kotetsu keeps on trying. It's like, why? Why do you keep on trying? I'm telling you, I'm a lost cause. And Kotetsu's like, no, I don't believe you. And Kagome does the same thing for Inuyasha. At first she's like, how am I supposed to work with this jerk? But then she gets to know him and she's like, oh, you're actually a really sweet person. Inuyasha's like, no, I'm not. I'm mean. And it's so reminiscent of each other. So I definitely have a type of characters I like. Because Barnaby, he's a lot like Inuyasha in many ways. Very, gets things done. He's good at what he does. Barnaby hides he's a hothead and that he gets angry easily. But Inuyasha just shows it. He don't hide it. He don't even try. It never even occurred to him to try. He's like, whatever. Take it or leave it. I'm pissed. Barnaby's more trying to control his emotions. And it's not because he's hiding it, though he probably would be embarrassed if anyone other than Kotetsu saw some of his outburst, because he doesn't want to take his emotions out on other people. He's very much trying to be responsible and mature, because he also sees himself that way. I think it took a whole lot of hanging with Kotetsu for him to realize he still had a long way to go to be a very mature adult. You have Kotetsu, who is goofy, it's all get out, but is very responsible. And that's the thing, people think that Barnaby had it all together, but Kotetsu had it more together than everyone else. It just didn't seem that way because he was always late, and he always acted goofy, and he didn't seem to have any of his shit together. But in reality, he was more responsible and put together than everyone else. And it's something you don't realize at first. And don't get me wrong, Barnaby isn't a slacker either. He did have a lot of his shit together too. It's just he was not as together as Kotetsu was. But there were things that Kotetsu needed to learn about that Barnaby taught him. So it was very much a two-way street, because Kotetsu was very easily to also change his mind. It's like he goes in the store to buy Kaede a plushie, and he gets tricked into buying, oh god, what were those bears called? Oh god, I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but the ones that Kareen made. the salesman totally talked him into buying that when he shouldn't have bought it. He should have trusted his instincts when he said, "I don't know, they kind of don't look right." He was right. He knew that that would not be Kaede's aesthetic. And then the guy's like, "But if you do this, your daughter will think you're the coolest father in the world." And this is like, "Take my money." It's like, trust your instincts, man. Then he finds out later on when he's driving to go see Kaede, she's like, "Ugh, I don't want one of those bears. They're so creepy." And he's like, oh. So I feel like for someone that's like, I trust my instincts when it comes to hero time, he gets easily in social settings kind of mowed over. It's like, okay. It's because he has this instinct about him where he knows what he's doing is right to save a person. He knows that he's on the money, but then he questions himself in social settings and thinks, am I right to do this? And that's why Loitz, in the later series, when he has more of a voice against him, he doesn't say anything against Loitz's rudeness because he's very much questioning, am I right? Should I say this? I probably shouldn't. And he just sits there questioning. And so it's very strange how he can be so assertive and sure in one area and then so questioning in another. So, yeah. And Kagome does the same thing. She also has that where in the moment she's very self-assured and knows what she needs to do when it comes to helping others. And that is something that she wants. In fact, Kagome wanted to become a nurse before the whole thing that happened with Inuyasha and the others. So she very much had a plan of always being there to save people or help people feel better. And so she always knew what to do when it came to helping someone. But when it came to herself, she questioned herself. She questioned if the situation was right. And it's so interesting to see how they could be so similar yet so different. So it's really cool. But yeah, I really like that type of character. This that sweet, kind character that helps people and does it just because they want to. It's not something they do because they feel like they have to. And it's something that they chose, and it's just they're really good at it. For Kotetsu was being a hero. For Kagome was being a priestess. Though at first she thought it was going to be a nurse. And honestly, it's very much reminiscent. Not reminiscent. Very similar to each other. It's just one chose a more physical way to help people, while the other chose a more healing and doctory way of helping someone. So yeah. And it's just so... That's just my type of character. So it's no wonder I ended up shipping Barnaby and Kotetsu, because I remember thinking when I watched this show, another reason I was drawn to it, I was like, Barnaby's a lot like Inuyasha, and Kotetsu's a lot like Kagome. And I was like, okay. At the time, though, I wasn't shipping them. So I was just like, okay, I see. And then through time, when I finally watched the series and then watched it again and watched it again, because I loved it so much, I started shipping Barnaby and Kotetsu. And yes, I purposely say Barnaby and Kotetsu so people will know that's how I ship them. I'm not gonna judge other people's ships or anything. It's just that's my personal preference, and you know, do each his own. Do what you want. But you're never gonna change my mind. But yeah. And I very much just they just have the chemistry. It's just it's there. I mean, I'm gonna in the video that I'm gonna be doing with these two, that this is actually the art for the video of me talking about. I don't know if I've said this. If I had, sorry, for repeating myself, but it's very much gonna be about why I think they should be together. And I'll get my thoughts more together than the way I have it. I'm gonna just freestyle here. But one of the biggest reasons I think that they make a cute couple and that there is a lot of chemistry between them is because, let's see if I can think of the word. I'll just have to simplify it. I'll figure out the word in the video later. But basically, they're complete opposites in so many aspects. And then on others, they're like so in sync. It's like even though Barnaby wanted to be a loner and didn't want people in his life, he always was a good hero. And it's not just because he wanted to be the very best and, you know, screw everyone else. It was very much he did want to save people and he did want to help. And he also wanted to find his parents' murderer, but he did genuinely want to help people too. So it was very much his true self to be a hero. Like when he came back, I felt like he had multiple reasons to come back, not just for Kotetsu, not just because of his parents. It, you know, saying that sweet thing they said about him. They'll protect him and he can protect others with his powers. I'm paraphrasing. I know that's not the exact line. But it was very much always a part of who he was. And I think the happiest he ever was being a hero because it was very fulfilling and who he is. Because he was a sweet kid. You could tell when they show him with his parents how sweet he was. Stuff like that tends to stay, you know? You don't change those kinds of things easily. So a lot of his act was a mask to hide how actually really sweet and kind he can be. Of course, he doesn't know that that was a survival mechanism he did to try to protect himself from fucking fuddy-duddy Maverick. But he very much was still that kind, sweet kid. So, of course, being a hero was his dream job. He just didn't know it. Though I still think that if things had been different, he probably would have gone into robotics. And I think he would have been just as fulfilled and happy as going into robotics as his parents. Because, you know, I forget. Anyway, point is, all the tech of prosthetic limbs the big advancements they've made is because of Barnaby's mom and dad. So he would probably have done the same thing of helping and coming up with stuff that would make things better for people. So yeah. But I'm glad he became a hero because, well, not only the series Tiger and Bunny wouldn't exist, but also it would it just wouldn't be the same without Kotetsu and Barnaby's life. And even if you don't ship them, you can at least admit that they are good for each other because they help each other move forward in life. But yeah. And so they have very similar feelings of situations, and similar feelings, not situations. And they're very much on the same wavelength. Even when they were fighting, they were on the same wavelength. Like when Kotetsu said up, and Barnaby knew what he meant. He was like, okay, well, we're gonna kick this bomb out of the building. Bam. Like, he knew what Kotetsu was saying. They just have that innate understanding of each other, and they didn't realize it. In fact, I think once Barnaby started realizing that that was a thing, he kind of want to run from it. He was like, nope, nope, we're not doing that. But yeah, but they do things like, for instance, Kotetsu always puts his arm around Barnaby, and he's always so close to him. And Barnaby, who's not very much a touchy-feely kind of guy, doesn't like hugging, doesn't like all that, he doesn't mind with Kotetsu. He was upset at first with it, but, he finds that with Kotetsu, it's fine. And he knows it's just Kotetsu's way of being affectionate. And Kotetsu is very much always in Barnaby's business. And it's not in the way you'd think, because he can be very fatherly. But he's almost wifey when it comes to Barnaby. And let's face it, there's no way Kotetsu would eat food off of Bison's plate. Because that's just, well, first off, I feel like Antonio would smack him. And rightfully so. Stay away from my food. But secondly, it just would never even occur to him. But he does stuff like that because he knows that it might either piss off Barnaby or it will get a giggle out of him. And he does it because he's teasing him. Like calling him Bunny. I mean, that's a big obvious one. Was one thing when they were having a bit of discourse of becoming partners and him calling him Bunny as an insult. But now it's just a term of endearment. And it's very much something that Barnaby doesn't care anymore. In fact, I would wager a bet that he would even miss it if Kotetsu stopped calling him Bunny. Because honestly, it means a lot of things. It's like he very much sorry, I was focusing on the shirt. He very much would have Well, I think he would have eventually broken from Maverick's spell. Well, not spell, next abilities. But it wasn't something that was easy for him. And then Kotetsu called him Bunny, and he was like, what? No, it's Barnaby. And then he's like, wait, what? Which I thought that was so genius. Because that just encompassed their relationship of teasing each other. Because Kotetsu calling him Bunny wasn't just because it was a smart-ass remark because he was being difficult and a bit of a little shit. It was also because he was teasing him. Of course, I don't think it was like immediately out of the gate romantic teasing, but it really turned that way. I mean, even when they're fighting in the second season, it's very much Barnaby's mad at his boyfriend. I mean, seriously? Who writes a message because they're mad at somebody and think that's okay to work-related atmosphere? Unless you guys are really, really close. And it's just stuff like that. It's like Kotetsu has no qualms taking food off of Barnaby's plate and might even use the same fork Barnaby used, no issue whatsoever, when other people would get weirded out about it. You know, I mean, that I'm not paraphrasing, theorizing. But yeah. And, I mean, spoiler alert, in the final part of Tiger and Bunny Season 1, he's laying there and everyone thinks he's dying. Barnaby thinks he's dying. He thinks he's dying, and what he says is, wow, so close. And, man, you have really beautiful eyelashes. That's what you're gonna say? That's your thoughts? Not, you know, hey, man, thanks for everything. I mean, I loved it. I don't want it to change. I loved it a lot. Hell yeah. Always keep that. But it's very disjointed to the situation. Like, those are your last words? So yeah. Kotetsu teasing Barnaby even at the end. Like, why don't you just kiss him already? And it's just like Barnaby catches him bridal style every time. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you ask me, it is very interesting when he could have just caught him like a sack of potatoes and carried him over his shoulder in the most indignant way possible and put Kotetsu on the ground and said, there you go. That would have been very enough of a embarrassing moment for anyone. So if they're trying to insinuate carrying him princess style was embarrassing, granted, I could see why someone would assume that's fine, but it would have been just easier to just grab him out of the air and put him on his shoulders and lay him down and flop him on the ground. But instead, he catches a bra style. He lands down, looks Kotetsu in the face, and stares at him for a while. And Kotetsu's like, who the hell are you? and he couldn't help with the smartass remark of, "Oh, just the guy that's saving you." Like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Do I smell a flirt? It's just so flirty. It's just so flirty. And I know that's Barnaby's thing, that he's flirty and uh I was gonna say boy crazy, but no, he's not boy crazy. He has the ladies basically all over him because he's so flirty and sexy and wonderful. But he constantly through the series always flirts with Katetsu. And I say flirt, but it's definitely teasing. They tease each other a lot. It's like, I say it's flirting, but it's a lot of just teasing. Like Katetsu always calling Barnaby Bunny, and Barnaby, uh, uh, hold up, let me gather my thoughts. Barnaby poking and prodding and uh, pushing Katetsu to see if he'll get mad, but he doesn't. Or worrying about him, but trying to hide it. Acting like he lectures Katetsu because he's pissed at him for half-assing. And it flies under the radar because in the beginning, when they first became partners, it very much was the